Okay, we're back for Volume 2, Chapter 2, Breakthrough. Story 1, Alone.
Auntie, an outsider. A lady is here to buy something.
Under the dim yellow light, a young woman is hunched over behind the bar. Bored, she's fiddling with some cards. In the center of the graffiti-covered wall is the establishment's somewhat gaudy name, Elysium.
What do you want?
A list of people who are attending on a kindness's protocar auction and a map of the venue. How much? The woman turns around, looks me up and down with interest, then makes a gesture.
50,000.
Just for 2 pieces of intel? She wags her finger.
50,000 per word. Since you're new and pretty, I'll give you a 5% discount. What do you think?
You're so generous. There's a useful card in my pocket next to the so-called family crest, but I'm worried that using the card could cause trouble. Seeing my hesitation, she shrugs and opens a door. Loud chatter mixed with the sound of rolling dice, spinning roulettes, and card shufflers fills the air.
You also going to Solon Hotel tomorrow? Do you have an auction invitation?
Doesn't matter if I get one or not. For something as big as this, you gotta try and get a piece of the pie, right? I heard there's going to be a treasure. If you manage to get it, you could easily sell it for hundreds of thousands.
Or treasure.
Do you want to go? Then ask Sylus. I heard if you give him what he wants.
Only if I can find Sylus and own the kindness. Haven't you heard? While he was away, big changes happened in their ranks.
That explains why it seemed like no one lived in that house for a really long time. My ears prick up, but then the door creaks as it's shut.
Did you hear them? Now you understand why these 2 pieces of intel are expensive. And since it's about one of the N109 zone's big shots, of course it's going to cost you.
What if I want information about Onychines? She freezes for a second, then leans in to whisper in my ear.
Missy, don't pry into things you shouldn't know. I still got business to take care of.
Sylus hasn't been around for a really long time. You think you really went missing?
Maybe he's dead. Did you see how arrogant Sherman's punks have been lately? If Sylus was with Onychines, they wouldn't even dare to be bold.
The spinning roulette rumbles like a rainstorm, and soon enough, the sound is drowned out by cheers and screams. I hide in the shadow of a fiddle leaf fig, holding a sack of casino chips and pretending to watch the fun unfold. It seems Onychines' recent troubles aren't fully related to the protocar auction. But Sylus disappeared? Isn't he alive and running around? Recalling Sylus' pompous, contemptuous face, I chuckle to myself. If he died, he'd drag the entire N109 zone to hell with him. That's just how it is.
Miss, I have a flower. It's for you.
I look up. The girl who led me to this place is leaning against the poker table on her tiptoes. She holds a black flower. Thank you. Did you grow up here? Does everyone know Sylus?
Yeah, he's a monster with huge wings that never dies. And he has horns.
What? Are you describing a devil?
If I don't listen to Auntie, Sylus will find me and feed me to his man-eating birdie.
Oh no. Is she talking about that crow? Everyone is afraid of Sylus, yet they keep trying to make deals with him. Not to mention, he took the initiative to propose a deal with me. Maybe my evil can be used as a valuable tool against him. Ooh, shots fired. Suddenly, several gunshots ring out, piercing my eardrums. Everyone looks up at the entrance.
We got a party tonight.
Bang! The door with broken bolts falls over, and a pair of leather boots step over it.
Don't be nervous. Onakindness's important guest got lost. I'd like to ask everyone to cooperate with our search.
Who's this guy? Suspicious. A person wearing sunglasses walks in. He's flanked by half a dozen gun-toting men dressed in black. The sound of guns being loaded with bullets can be heard.
Shut the door and search the room. Everyone's about to be entertained.
What kind of entertainment? Story 2, Night Raid. Gunfire and the sound of tables and chairs getting knocked over intermingle with N109 zone slang I don't understand. In the hidden utility room, I hug the little girl tightly as I look out the secret window that's facing the lobby.
There are so many people. Today's a good day for business.
Do you have a death wish? Hide and don't talk. The floor is soaked in blood, and the mice hiding under the floorboards scamper away in fear. Whistling, the man casually strolls over to the bar, rings the bell, and shoves a photo in the front of the shopkeeper.
I suggest you bring out our guest. Mr. Sherman's not going to sit around and leave her unattended.
Isn't Sylus the leader of Onakindness? Who's Mr. Sherman?
I'm sorry she's not here. I'd remember a pretty face if she actually showed up.
Gonna keep your mouth shut. Fine.
He turns around to face his comrades. His broken, wire-bound jaw opens as he lets out a hoarse cackle.
Pry open their mouths one at a time. Someone will spill the beans sooner or later.
Missy, they're looking for you, right?
The secret window is blocked off, and the woman's voice drifts softly through a gap. Are you going to hand me over to them? I try to sound calm as I tightly clutch the tranquilizer in my sleeve. I have yet to test the things Savior claims could paralyze an elephant, but there aren't any zoos in the N109 zone.
Anyone who's Onakindness's target is valuable. I can get a better price if I find the right person. Stay where you are. I don't want to hand you over like this.
Suddenly, a crow soars in and dives toward the search party's leader, its razor-sharp wings aimed at him.
What is that?
It's your death coming. Now! I roll and crawl out of the utility room. As I try to sneak away quietly, someone yanks my collar. I turn around and aim my gun. I see a familiar face in the shadows, his chin slightly raised.
So when someone saves you, do you always point your gun at them to express your gratitude?
I didn't expect you would be there. Several bullets graze him only to dissipate into dust. The people who fired the shots are strangled by something. They slump to the ground, dead. Remembering the rumors I heard before as well as this Mr. Sherman, I'm quiet as I look around. Your underlings aren't exactly obedient. Before my mockery, Silas's mouth twitches as if he wants to say something, but in the end, he just purses his lips.
Focus on yourself first.
It's hard. It's a challenge. You're right in front of me. Hearing Silas's voice, the search party's leader suddenly panics. A cloud of energy particles gathers around him. Several wanderers quickly materialize. Roaring, they rush straight for us. Is it time to fight? Are they calling for backup because they can't win? How is this not cheating? Silas grabs my wrist and holds me in his arms. He slides his finger over the trigger of my gun, aiming the weapon at the figure in the center of the room.
Do you expect people from the N109 zone to be nice and polite?
Well, I actually don't have a lot of expectations. Oh, third is the battle. Let's go. As usual, this will go on auto. Let's just watch. The AI will take care of it.
We shouldn't underestimate it.
This is getting boring. I guess it's gonna fight dirty. Are you scared? You should step back.
Who said I was scared?
It's time to meet your maker. Let's settle this in one fell swoop. I guess it's gonna fight dirty. You're too close. That's my spot. Is that it? Look out! Are you scared? You should step back.
Who said I was scared?
That's a bad
settle
verdict.
this in one fell swoop. I guess it's gonna fight dirty. It's time to get ready.
I
Oh,
was born ready.
Let's finish this.
ooh. That's the ultimate.
Where are you going?
Sylus,
It can't escape. Let's settle this in one fell swoop. You put up a good fight.
Thank you. Yeah, I did everything, but why thank you? Story 4, The First Deal. The room is a complete mess with broken objects and overturned tables and chairs strewn about. Wanderers keep appearing one after another. I fall back to the window and think about how likely we can make a run for it. We can't wipe them out. Our only option is to retreat.
Do you really believe retreat is a word in my dictionary?
Not really. But it's in mine. There's something that's called strategic retreat, strategy. While I'm anxious and tired, Sylus is infuriatingly calm and smug. Oh, so you like being a freeloader, Mr. Sylus? Didn't you see me fighting for my life earlier?
Since when was I required to investigate the files the Hunter Association had on you? Consider this training practice. Get ready.
Sylus ignores my protests and aims my gun at the switch box on the wall.
You won't get any help.
I love the way he cocks his, eyebrow. Tilts his head. It's kind of cute. A gun is fired, and the lights go out. Sylus quickly vanishes. Realizing I've been left behind again, colorful curses boil on the tip of my tongue.
Let's make a deal.
Aren't you going to leave? I can't resonate with you.
If you'd like to attend the auction tomorrow, stand your ground for 5 minutes. And should you have the audacity to die on me...
He lifts his hand and puts the communicator in my ear. Then he speaks in a surprisingly gentle tone.
You actually will meet your end.
Dim neon light seeps in through the cracks in the windows, illuminating the cold rain. The darkness is eerily still, freezing sound and light. I hold my breath and grip my gun more tightly. Stay calm. It's not like I haven't done similar shooting exercises before. I hear heavy footsteps as something approaches. It sounds like a monster trampling on the ground.
You're breathing too loudly.
So you're in the comms channel.
I didn't turn off the lights to force you into combat. We're stalling for time.
You really are something. You didn't retreat, right? Am I just trying to buy some time for you? A crow suddenly caws outside the window. Its loud, unpleasant cry is familiar. I hear the flapping of wings and mechanical movements in the darkness. Sylus laughs disdainfully.
Aim at Mephisto.
Who?
The crow. He's trying to help you.
The burb! The burb is trying to help! I aim my gun at Mephisto's red eyes. Sure enough, as I fire, I hear wanderers dissipate one after another. Strange. It doesn't seem like the number of enemies is decreasing. Sylus, if they can't clone themselves like bacteria, they're usually immortal like you. Sylus? There's no response. It's as if our call was suddenly cut off. Did something happen to him? But right now, I have no time to wonder if he's safe or not. There are still figures in the darkness that are heading straight for me. Desperate, I shoot the wine barrels that decorate the ceiling. A cascade of alcohol rains down. My bullets instantly set them aflame. Ooh, that fire special effect is like blinding. Gosh. Then I hear the crackling of something burning. Yet the figures don't cry out. They don't even stop for a second. Amidst the blue firelight, I see their faces. Under the corroded, crystallized skin, they seem to have human faces. They resemble human more than wanderers. Is it what they said before? Putting humans into humans and wanderers. Experimentation. Story 5, Nightmare Finale. Panicked, the man flees. He trips over an abandoned auto, wandering around, falling into the wastewater along with his sunglasses. Visitors are not allowed.
not allowed. Please obey the security measures set in place.
It's an intruder.
There are still 67 days until the project's completed. We will announce the greatest discovery to the world.
Oh, it's like the voice of this auto, like the kitties in the live broadcast. He struggles as he gets up and pushes open a heavy iron door that's hidden in the corner. Amidst a pile of old, rusty devices, a dark-colored stone platform lights up. After a while, the light dims, turning into a strange color. The man arches his back and lets out a hoarse, eerie laugh.
It's still here. The Flux Nexus. You're done for now.
His laughter suddenly stops. Deadly black-red mist rolls in from all directions. It's a trap! It's a trap! The nightmarish shadow slowly approaches from behind. The man's eyes widen in fear, but he can't move.
Spare me, sir!
There is no forgiveness for traitors. Crimson particles land in the wastewater. The air is deathly still, yet the nearby light glows brighter. Sylus smiles coldly. The black-red mist flows into the flux nexus and is instantly blown to pieces from the inside. Instantly, the rampaging monsters fall over and curl up in a fetal position. What happened? Were they disconnected from something? The one closest to me, with the tattoo-like mark on its chest, has been burnt beyond recognition. Leaking out of its wound is a liquid that's not blood. It's more like a viscous mixture of oil and slime. These crystals look like protocores. I've seen this before. Are they humans? Or... The lights turn on, which surprises me. I quietly wrap a tissue around a small crystal and hide it in my sleeve. Then I stand up. Did you finish everything on your side?
Let's go.
As usual, Sylus is calm. He won't be telling me what he was up to, it seems.
Thank you for your patronage. Please be careful out there.
The shopkeeper appears from who knows where, waves happily, and suddenly gives me a big hug. With one hand on my shoulder, she opens my pocket and places a small storage device in it.
You really are a special person, Missy.
On this rainy night, the motorcycle zooms down the road. As soon as we return to Sylus' space, he leaves me to do who knows what. Meanwhile, the crow seems to have been triggered by something. Propping up his body with one wing, he opens his beak and loudly calls at me. I pick up and inspect the weird crow, finally realizing what's wrong. Did you break your wing? I guess you're not bulletproof. Did I accidentally hit you? Oh, Mephisto's cutie burb. As if expressing his grievances, the crow screeches. It sounds like a metal spoon is being scraped against a metal bowl. Don't tell me you're upset. Oh no! Poor baby burb. You're saying it's my fault then? That is a long statement. The series of honk honk. I think you're complaining to me.
What happened?
I turn around and see Silas walking out with a glass of wine. His gaze sweeps across my face and lands on what's in my hands. Oh, Mephisto! He's saying his wing is broken. He's disabled now.
You learned how to speak bird in just a few hours.
Well, it's not that I know how to speak bird, it's that the nuances, context clues. Yeah. I'm just explaining the situation on his behalf. Silas takes the crow from me. My sympathetic gaze follows him. Okay, I'll admit, I might have accidentally injured your pet. How should I compensate you?
His name is Mephisto. He gets very upset if you call him a pet.
Oh, so he's not a pet? He's, surveillance drone. Silas looks at Mephisto's broken wing and glances at me.
Did something strange happen before they attacked?
I reluctantly swallow my retort as another flame of anger is ignited. You should ask Mephisto what happened. You made him follow me around for observation.
True.
And you're not even denying it. You're not going to deny it? Silas purposely leans forward, his eyes shining like rippling cold liquid.
Were you hoping I'd be flustered with how you exposed me? We're in the N109 zone, sweetie. Whether you're with me or by yourself, you can't escape my influence.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Okay.
Don't be delusional.
Oh. Don't be delulu. Okay, fine. I am not. Yes, sir. It's so funny. Okay, we're being serious. This is a serious conversation. I'm not the only one who's delusional. Isn't a certain someone hoping I dislike him less so I can resonate with him? As I've said, we're aiming for the enemy's deliver's trope. So you better behave yourself, sir, or we're never gonna resonate. Despite having gone through such a big ordeal and being mocked, Sylus still shows no signs of anger. He fiddles with Mephisto's broken wing, takes a sip of his drink, then places the glass in my hand. Why am I holding this stupid glass for him? As I try to put it down somewhere, Silas suddenly turns around, walks to the other side of the room, and calls me over.
Hurry up.
Where? Huh?
Bring me more wine.
Oh, nice servant. Am I a bard to you?
Compared to you, a bar is more obedient.
And facing your back to me is not really a threat. Whew, just a few steps. Oh wait, no. With his long legs, he reaches the elevator in just a few steps. He turns to see I haven't caught up to him, so he beckons for me with his hand that's holding Mephisto. Come on, Internet Kun. Hayaku. Story 6. Agreement. After transferring the data from the storage device, a hologram of Solon Hotel appears. The other file is a list of the auction's attendees. It even has my fake identity and name on it. While it's not complete, it's enough for me to get a better understanding of the auction. By the way, those guys who tried to capture me back at Elysium, were they actually traders who used to work in Onychines? They also mentioned Mr. Sherman. Who's that?
Why are you interested in a dead person?
Oh, he's dead. Next to me, Sylus tosses aside Mephisto's broken parts. He gives me a blank expression. I stare back at him and remember what the workshop's owner had said before.
Just 2 explosions, one in the northern suburbs and one in the Bloomshore district. And after doing those shameless things and making a mess, then they want you to be their scapegoat.
If there's another faction within Onychines, could the incident at Grandma's house be related to Sherman? They must also be after the ether core in my body. In a way, your conflict involves me. No, you left me behind on purpose as bait, didn't you? So you could clean up. I turn my head to see Sylus and Mephisto exchange glances. The crow lets out a defiant wail. It's just so funny. I'm sorry. Oh, Mephisto, you're such a cute bum. You've cursed me enough. Get over it. Besides, it was an accident. I didn't mean to injure you. Also, you were stalking me earlier. Even if I did it on purpose, you deserve it.
You can scold me directly if you want.
Under the hazy light, Sylus reveals a gentle look completely uncharacteristic of him. I compose myself, realizing I've been unreasonably angry with him. Regardless of whether he wanted to clean up or not, those people were after me. I had to face them sooner or later. A silence settles between us. I clear my throat and try to change the topic to lighten up the mood. When we first met, you said we were the same. If I don't ask now, he might not have the patience to answer me tomorrow. You probably have an ether core inside you too. Mine is in my heart. Yours, is it in your eye?
Sure. Think of it like that.
My ether core doesn't seem to be any different from a normal protocore. Though, it's not very useful. But that's not the case with yours. Sylus stops moving his hands for a moment and looks at me with a blank expression.
It helps me see what people want the most. It exposes the desires that they refuse to admit.
Oh, so was that the eyes effect that made me go crazy earlier? So those chaotic noises and visions in my mind back at the dining table were also caused by this ether core? As I think about it, I can't help but look into his eyes again. Oh, that's dangerous. Devour. Again, why am I? I touch my forehead, and when I come to my senses, his face is a breath away. With my right hand, I press down on the area around his eye. I can't tell what he's feeling. His thin eyelashes gently brush against my fingers. Silas doesn't break eye contact with me, as if he's looking at something hidden in the depths of my gaze.
Have you gone mad?
He suddenly moves closer, his eyelashes almost brushing against my cheek. What are these choices? Oh, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get a closer look at your ether core. I thought he would push me away, but he didn't. You like it when people do that? I take a deep breath and meet his gaze again. Didn't you want to resonate with me? Do you want to try again? Without waiting for him to answer, I grab his hand again. Come on, I'll use both hands this time. Ooh. Yeah, let's try with two hands. A chill blankets his body. I'm not sure if it's a cold breeze coming in from a small gap in the window or his aura. He's good at fighting. He's good at fighting. He's good at fighting. The old gas lamp above us flickers and emits a light softer than the sound of our breaths. He looks good. He looks good. He looks good.
I can hear you talking.
What am I saying? Enjoy it. This is one of the two good things I can think about you. This is like self-motivation. I'm trying to psych myself up for this resonance attempt. Moving my gaze down, I look carefully at our interlocked hands, but I still can't feel even the slightest change. It seems we can't rush our resonance, but with the auction fast approaching, I need him to work with me as soon as possible. I organize my thoughts and use the nicest tone I can muster. You already know I entered the N109 zone to get the ether core that's at the auction. And since you want to resonate with me, I have an idea. I don't know if I should say it though.
Then don't.
Well, you leave me with no choice. I force myself to suppress the anger in my heart. But I can't resonate with you because I reject you on a subconscious level. That means my evil is controlled by my emotions. Changing a person's feelings might be difficult, but it won't be that hard, I think. As I say this, I cross my arms and lift my chin at him. There's an easy solution right in front of us. Help me get the ether core and ensure my safety by escorting me out of the N109 zone. You'll be able to use me as bait to clean up, right?
It's almost as if your face is saying you're doing me a huge favor.
Am I not doing a huge favor? I don't have another bargaining chip. I can only bluff to appear more confident. I also know my clumsy attempt won't fool Sylus. That's why I'm telling the truth. I don't know why you insist on resonating with me, but as long as you're willing to help me, I'll help you. Sylus shifts his gaze from the map and looks at me indifferently.
That's not enough.
Then what more do you want? Okay? What do you want? State your terms. Exactly. Then what do you want? Should I beg? I can do it.
Or we could do this.
Sylus suddenly opens the bottom drawer and pulls out a jewel-encrusted crow brooch.
If you can take this from me within 24 hours, I'll agree to your terms.
Oh, it's a test. Do you test people before you work with them? Are you testing my skills, my intelligence, or my values? I raise my voice and try to grab it while he's distracted, yet he reacts quickly. The brooch disappears in the blink of an eye.
Only when you have a bargaining chip can you make a deal.
So what is something deemed as worthy to be a bargaining chip? Mr. Sylus.
And since you're the one who
Instru-
proposed this, use your own methods.
I'm sorry, instructions unclear.
You should be thankful the goal is clear enough this time.
Oh, really? He just answered me. Funny. Yeah, undeniably he is handsome. He's very convincing. Story 7, Roleplay. In the dim lighting, the crow brooch on my chest gleams a dark red reminiscent of wine. After some twists and turns, I finally got the brooch from Sylus. He kept his promise and agreed to help me obtain the ether core. With an expensive dress and dazzling jewelry, my reflection in the mirror is strange, yet sufficiently alluring.
It suits you.
Why, thank you. I try. Another figure enters the mirror's reflection. Sylus leans lazily against a doorway.
No one can stay wary when there's a beauty walking around.
This beauty will bash your skull sooner or later. I turn around and walk up to scrutinize him. You're just going to waltz right into a dangerous auction without a plan?
I like how you assume I didn't make one. Find a way to make everyone lower their guard first. Then lure out the ones with ill intentions and get rid of them. Then I'll cover you while you fetch the ether core's other half.
That's it?
It won't fail. Promise.
Wow, what confidence. I think you have confidence for the both of us. Sylus gives me another once-over. I angrily take his outstretched hand and walk out the door with him. You better not be a liability later. To deal with the real masterminds behind the auction, I can only ally myself with someone deadlier than the enemy. All the information I've gathered has created an intricate web of conspiracies. Now it's time to tear it up. In the sky, the stars are devoured by an endless darkness. The deep space tunnel is silent, seemingly frozen in time. Suddenly, there's a thud, a pulse resembling a heartbeat. Cosmic dust silently fills the air. Something penetrates the invisible barrier and slowly opens its eyes.
It's not too late to back out now, if you want to.
Focus on yourself first. Stay frosty. It's showtime.
Silas? I thought you
One,
went missing.
2, 3 guys.
Who's that person?
That's quite the ambush. Silas, are you sure they'll bite?
It depends on your performance.
Mr. Silas, we've been expecting you.
I assume you already know how to act as good bait. I'll be back soon. Have fun.
It's a black card.
These are ordinary protocors. Good thing they aren't bombs. Something's off about this one. Was it tampered with?
Did anything catch your eye, miss? There are even better ones on that side.
The stuff you have is pretty mediocre. Silas, it's okay for me to purchase a few items with your card, right?
Don't bother me with such trivial matters.
I'll take this for 1 million. Please wrap it up for me.
5 million.
Why?
Your offer will make people think I'm broke. Wouldn't want that, sweetie.
Okay.
In that
Since
case,
you have
I
money.
won't hold back. I changed my mind. 10 million. Are these all the protocors you got? I'll buy everything.
Pompous.
He has a lot of money. He can afford it. Story 8, Undercurrents. Beams of golden light shine in from the smooth, dark walls. They illuminate the room's elegant decor. On the sofa, Sylus shakes his whiskey glass. The ice cubes swish around, making soft, clinking sounds. There is a painting on the wall called In Expectation, which depicts angels, demons, and the Grim Reaper sitting around a table. The last empty seat seems to be for him.
Mr. Silas.
The man named Sherman walks into the room and nods humbly at Sylus. Sylus looks up, the corner of his mouth curling into a half smile. And then, a dark-colored mist seizes Sherman by the collar and slams him into the ground. Choking and losing energy from the strangulation, Sherman claws at the mist around his neck, but he only leaves bloody scratch marks on his skin. Even a meticulously crafted plan is powerless before absolute strength.
My time is limited, so let's cut to the chase.
No, I didn't betray you!
Oh, I know. You're too much a coward to do it on your own. But the people who said they'd help you replace me must have made an offer only an idiot would refuse.
Sylus glances at the clear alcohol in his glass and puts it back on the table. With a faint glow appearing in his right eye, he walks over to Sherman, who sprawled out on the ground. R.I.P. Sherman. R.I.P.
I see. Their method of buying traitors is as old school and uncreative as ever.
Enduring an excruciating amount of pain, Sherman finally discards his hypocrisy and scowls.
Silas! Don't think! With them around, you won't be cocky for long!
Sylus reveals an intriguing smile and looks down at him.
Since you chose betrayal, my only option is to make you pay in advance.
Wait. How would it be in advance when, there's like the end already? For him, at least. Inside the banquet hall, people converse and mingle. Countless eyes check me out, both openly and from the shadows. I fiddle with the protocurs I bought. There are traces of other protocurves. These were modified. I turn around and several pairs of eyes immediately look away. I take this chance to speak in a hushed voice into the earpiece. Sylus, how are things on your end?
Miss, the brooch you're wearing is very exquisite. May I buy it from you?
A man wearing a suit suddenly blocks my way. Holding out his hand, he smiles as a faint, blue electric current flashes from his cuff. Wearing a poker face, I step back and raise my chin. Not interested. Excuse me. The man doesn't budge. He takes another step toward me instead.
How does 10 High Towers sound? Ah, the banquet is about to start. Would you like to dance?
No, thank you. What are high towers?
They're special weapons made from high-grade protocors. A single high tower can obliterate this entire hotel. Sorry, the brooch is a gift from me. You wanted to sell it.
Who knows if you were coming back or not?
Are you disappointed?
You... He was going to spend a fortune so he could dance with me. What about you? Shouldn't you make an offer as well?
The ether core's location.
You know where it is?
You'll find out after this dance.
Oh.
How are you so sure I'll listen to you?
Refuse me all you want.
Interesting. Story 9, Rising Curtains. Melodious music serenades the luxurious banquet hall that's illuminated by dreamy lighting. Sylus calmly guides me across the dance floor, swaying to the song's rhythm. He blocks the prying shadows around us, and when I look up, all I see is his face, which is quite infuriating.
You need to be smarter if you want to retaliate against me.
Sorry, I'm not really used to these kinds of social gatherings. I clumsily lift my heel off his foot. Did you actually get information on the ether core?
You can choose not to believe me.
Catching a glimpse of a flashing red dot in the shadows, I use my hand that's on his shoulder to push him in the opposite direction. But what? But they wouldn't leak such important information. Unless... It's a trap. It's a trap!
Exactly.
I look back at him. You're not going to throw yourself into their trap, are you?
Be content with your role. Don't scare away the fish that already bit the hook.
Oh, you have a fish already? Okay. Sylus, you made a lot of enemies.
This isn't the first time it's happened.
The music reaches the crescendo. The notes from the orchestra are layered on top of one another like a surging tidal wave. Like surging tidal waves. The lights dim to the passionate beats, and shadows surround us on all sides. You have something up your sleeve, right? Even if you have a death wish, I don't intend to die here with you.
Don't worry. You won't die that easily.
What do you mean, that easily? Oh. A deafening explosion drowns out the music and ensuing screams. The beautiful hall is instantly reduced to rubble. Amidst the surging chaos, Sylus tightens his grip on my hand. I hear him softly scoff. To my surprise, I see him nonchalantly crush something before throwing it into the debris. You had the detonator this whole time?
The vermin were taking their sweet time. I was getting impatient.
The metaflux is quickly increasing, and there's more than one wanderer. Be careful. I take out my weapon from under my dress and fire several shots at the wanderer that was about to attack Sylus. That was close.
How long do you think you'll last with an outdated weapon?
Sylus tosses over another gun.
Don't waste your efforts.
Did Sherman make you do this? Where's the ether core? Answer me! After defeating the last wanderer, I find a henchman cowering in the corner. I press my gun's muzzle against the back of his head.
You haven't won yet. We still have a backup plan. That thing is terrifying. When it shows up, not even Sylus. Ah!
Black-red mist throws him into a broken stone pillar. With a scream, he falls to the ground like a puppet whose strings were just cut.
Violence should be used strategically.
Sylus calmly wipes the blood off his face, and the black-red mist disappears from his hands. I would have believed you if your hands were clean. Despite the venue being cleared, strong energy fluctuations manifests above us and shakes the ground we stand on. What's making that noise? Are there still some left?
Let's go.
Go where? Where are we going? Sylus grabs my wrist and swiftly starts walking.
To the place that has what you want.
Okay. So... I'm going after the ether core now. Story 10, Abandoned Memory. Wow, these chapters really do take long. The almost transparent elevator quickly ascends, and the colorful nighttime scenery is hidden by the clouds. Looks dilapidated. What is this place? Countless pieces of metal are strewn across the spacious rooftop that's shrouded in mist, and in the haze, barely visible, are abandoned collection vessels, transporters, and other devices. Broken steel bars poke out from the overgrown weeds. Rusty frames are propped up, outlining a bygone era. Looks like a laboratory for experiments.
It was one many years ago, but they abandoned it a while back.
They? Stepping over broken fragments and glass shards, Sylus' tone remains aloof.
Ever.
What do you mean, ever? Ever? As the most prestigious international business group, it basically supports the whole Lincoln City. How could they be involved with the N109 zone? I heard that before the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the N109 zone was the most prosperous tech hub. So I guess it makes sense that Ever used it as a research base.
You really are a naive Lincoln citizen.
What do you mean by that? Oh, what do you mean? Sylus
Many
gives me a look.
locations were affected by that catastrophe, yet only the N109 zone turned into a wasteland. What do you think that is?
There's some special juju in the N109 zone that turned into a wasteland? Or it's done on purpose? I recall some unverified rumors, but my mind is a mess right now. I can't think of any theories.
We're here.
Slowly, vibrations resembling heartbeats pulsate in the sky. I look up and see the deep space tunnel. Ooh. Dense clouds and vortices churn amidst the darkness, and occasionally a stream of light flashes across the night sky. The silent tunnel is like a telescope, peeking into the universe. The deep space tunnel. This is the first time I've been so close to it. A tiny beam of light enters my line of sight. I can't help but take a step. It's a flux nexus. I saw one in a no-hunt zone.
Then you should know what it contains. These fluctuations aren't produced by normal protocores.
Sylus stands next to me, looking at me with his eyes that have unfathomable depths.
Think about it first. Once you take it out, there's no going back.
Don't worry, I did this before. I don't know. I think you were watching. No, I think Mephisto was there watching. Am I right? I'm already here. Why should I give up now? Gritting my teeth. Ether core. And as soon as I touch it, a storm appears. A huge shadow emerges from the vortex. It's getting closer.
We finally got something presentable.
It's too fast for me to read. It's time to fight. Whatever's coming out of that deep space tunnel needs to be eliminated. Like seriously, it's too fast for me to read.
There's so much metaflux.
Oh, it's the bad birdie. Arbiter wings.
Damn it, I can't resonate.
It's not too late to back out now. This is only the beginning. Stay away from it. Are you scared? You should step back.
Who said I was scared?
Careful now. Don't let it hit you. Look out. Don't get in its way.
Girl, why are you just standing there? I think we need to,
Hurry, destroy the stone feathers now. Where are you going?
Okay, fine.
Let's settle this in one fell swoop. Careful now. Don't let it hit you. Stay away from it. You're too close. That's my spot. Show me what you've got.
This is what I've got.
Watch this.
We're halfway there.
It won't take long for us to be done.
If we're covered, be careful.
I...
Are you scared? You should step back.
Who said I was scared?
Bad burb.
Don't forget about the person next to you.
Still not over?
Hang in there.
I thought you'd be tougher.
Oh no!
Don't celebrate too soon.
We did! Oh no. Oh, it says victory. What the hell?
Where am I? There's so much blood.
Is this,
You must press on. Because if you don't, there's no going back.
My vision blurs amidst blood and fire. The deep space tunnel appears. It shakes violently.
You must press on.
I thought I was having a flashback.
The life you owe me. Now is not the time to repay it.
Looking at the hand reaching out to me, I see Sylus' cold face, but there seems to be a shadow above him. I can't help but reach out as well. Unprecedented power swells between our intertwined fingers. Is this the resonance you've been waiting for? Instantly, I feel a tremor from deep within my heart. Something flows through my veins. The Wanderer's dissipating particles fall like a misty rain. The ether core emits countless rays of golden light that seep into my heart. I don't know how much time has passed when the fluctuations around me slowly start to subside. It's as if an ocean's roaring waves have silently calmed down. So
this is the ether core. What? Sylus?
Its power belongs to you now. Naturally, the vessel will break as a result.
To me?
Well, isn't this what you wanted?
Where are you taking me? This is...
Oh, we're stuck together.
Go already! What is this thing?
This is evil handcuffs? Sylus doesn't respond, and the powerful tremor that shook the deep space tunnel ignites a chain reaction within the N109 zone. Those shadows who believed they controlled Onychines are eliminated from the Fate's tapestry, unable to see the undercurrents beneath the water's surface. I can only smell the scent of smoke becoming more poignant as it's carried by the wind. Structures crumble and collapse, and Mephisto's wings pierce through the boundless darkness. He's accompanied by the distant tolling of a bell. It's almost like an announcement, as if the world is saying, "The true leader of Onychines has returned." However, Sylus, amidst the raging storm, remains nonchalant as he sits next to me. Our racing vehicle leaves our enemies behind, while intermittent light seeps through the window to obscure his silhouette and goals. I never held onto the naive notion that Sylus assisted me in acquiring the ether core just so he could clean house. This kind of deal would result in him suffering a major loss, and it's clear he's anything but an ignorant businessman. What are his true motives? For a moment, his expression as he gazed into the deep space tunnel resurfaces in my mind. Then, I feel a sensation in my palm. I'm still clutching the fragmented protocore. It's as if I'm subconsciously grasping onto an answer that is yet to be revealed. The linkage between my hand and Silas's suddenly flickers, seemingly sensing the swirling thoughts in my head.
We heard you and Boss took care of the traitors and thieves. You even destroyed the ether core together. Good job. Just calling to let you know that we cleaned up at the nest. No one will be causing trouble for you anymore.
Huh? When did...
Our boss told us to do it. While he looks mean, he's actually...
See you later.
Boss? I didn't mean to.
He didn't mean to,
What's your plan?
Chop it off.
But it seems to be some sort of energy linkage. Can I even physically attack it?
I was talking about your hand. Or you can settle down in the N109 zone. I have more than enough time to solve this problem with you.
No thanks. Let's use a more efficient approach.
Let's destroy the ether core in your body.
You're saying our ether cores created this link? Okay, why don't we destroy yours then?
Never mind. With your current level of resonance, it won't last long.
But before I started resonating with you, I saw a strange vision.
It's not a big deal. From now on, you'll be seeing more things like that.
So that was real?
If I say yes, will you give me a sincere apology? This world is different from what you see, but I'm not in the mood to tell stories at the moment. You should think about your next move after leaving the N109 zone. And don't forget our deal.
Then you should make sure I can leave safely.
The outside world is more dangerous now.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
In any case, until the resonance issue is fixed, we'll be meeting more often in the future.
Oh, is that it? Are we parting ways now? And so I left N109 zone. The dust settled. But the deal with Sylus lingered, like a silent yet turbulent mist. Come on, Internet Coon, please cooperate! I found myself falling into an abyss. There's more than meets the eye. The doors of memory swung open, and something began to stir. It is another world I had once glimpsed. As is at the confluence of the entwined timelines, I heard it, a faint yet distinct heartbeat, echoing through the stillness of eternity. Like, what the hell? It just timed out like that. And then Internet Coon refused to cooperate. What the hell? I guess it's too heavy though. Like the cutscene just wouldn't cutscene. Okay, let's go. I'm definitely not gonna fight. This is just gonna be auto. I wonder why some scenes were like too rushed. Is it my connection?
The tsunami is coming. Watch out. Come. My shark is... Here's our chance.
Raphael,
Yeah, I hear you.
good job.
Keep your distance from it. Pathetic. I was just warming up.
Go, go, go!
No. I'll show you.
Come. My shark is... Here's our chance.
Go, Sharky!
What an eyesore.
Impatient, are we?
You were too close to it. This is all too easy.
Not even a challenge.
Let's go. I'm gonna have to go back to some of the stuff later so that, you know, I can get a read on it. And there's another challenge. Let's go. Oh, I have a unit that's just level 1. I think it can manage. Raphael, you can do it. I believe in you. Go fishy.
About time I get some exercise.
Oh, it's a birdie! Oh no. I don't know. Can we manage this?
And let's stop it.
Can auto manage this?
Come. My shark is hungry.
Now. No.
Go!
You won't escape.
Go, Sharky! Go, fishy!
I was just careless.
Girl, what you doing, girl?
Are you still holding on? Come. My shark is hungry.
Now.
Follow me, and let's stop it. Here's our chance. I'll show you. Come.
Yeah, cook it.
My shark is hungry.
Now.
I'll take it down in
Grilled
one...
chicken.
I'll show you.
Are you okay? Just a scratch. Trying to run away?
Not so fast.
Why are you getting close? That wasn't so tough now, was it?
Ooh.
It's over.
Very good. Okay, so that's it for Chapter 2, Breakthrough. The next one is coming soon. I'm gonna check the world underneath for the other chapters later. Laters!